Hi friends! I wanted to do a quick pendulum how-to video specifically geared towards those who ordered the Scorpio Stars and Crystals box. You received a gray agate pendulum. This is an amethyst and clear quartz pendulum, so it's a little bit different, but honestly, people hang like screws from like rope or string. You can use anything as long as it's weighted. The benefit of a crystal is it's going to add different healing properties and maybe resonate with you on a specific level that can heighten your intuition or set the scene for just a more grounded, connective practice. But again, you really can use anything, which is the beauty of spirit and healing tools. There's a lot of versatility. It just has to do with imbuing the item with your intention. Okay, so let's get to it. Pendulums, generally speaking, are going to be about 4 to 6 inches of chain, of length of string, of rope, what have you, so that they can hang with a weighted bottom. These vary in length. It really doesn't matter too much as long, again, as it has a little bit of just heaviness to it so that it can function as a pendulum. So pendulums, why use them? How do they work? They are a divination tool and also an energy healing tool. In energy work, you use pendulums to discern whether or not a chakra or physical connection point is balanced. Now, the way your pendulum moves for you is going to be highly personal. The general rule of thumb is that if it moves in a clockwise motion, that is a positive energy, like a yes, an affirmation. And if it moves in a counterclockwise, that would be a no or a negative response. We use pendulums for yes or no questions, which is why I'm using the positive, negative verbiage. And if it doesn't move at all, sometimes that can mean your question isn't specific enough, you're not focused, or maybe the energy, just the answer isn't meant to come at this time. It can also be a maybe or wait and see. So there's a lot of things that lend a little bit of variance, which is why it's a personal practice. You need to get to know your pendulum, meditate with it just like you would any crystal, any healing tool. But the pendulums that you received in this box, or just a normal pendulum, are more geared towards the yes or no question facet of a practice. So you're going to use them to get clarity, to gain insight. You can have full dialogue with your spirit guides and teams if that's your intent as well. Some people purchase mats that have yes, no, maybe different things written on them to help get the answers, but I like to use my body. We have a force field and energy field, layers of energetic bodies and auric bodies that extend many feet beyond our physical form, and so we use that frequency to divinate with the pendulums. Now, I know what a yes or no response is for me. But first I'm going to show you, before I guess we get into that, how to hold the pendulum. So you want to have as little movement as possible when working with the pendulum. Sorry, that's my niece and nephew screaming. I like to hold it, drape it over my forefinger, and then kind of let it dangle down my fingers. Hold it taut with your thumb. So then I have maybe about a third of the length, maybe just a little bit more over my fingers here, and then the rest is draping down. And I'm going to rest this hand on something so that I can make sure it is as stable as possible. I don't want to give this any extra movement. If you do, I mean, that's okay, but I see some pendulum workers giving it a full swing, and then they're like, oh my God, that's a yes answer. Well, yeah, you did that. And of course, there's breezes or different things that are going to intervene, and that's okay. Like, don't get too caught up in that part of it. And obviously you can use your right hand if that works better for you. My left hand is my receiving hand. I'm primarily left-handed, and so I use that to hold the pendulum. but whatever works best for you. And then I'm going to use my right hand as a sort of mat. This is going to be where the energy is coming from, essentially. So I hold the pendulum just a couple inches above my palm. My palm is open. You can even rest it, whatever works best. And a good calibrator to see what works best for you is to start with a really simple yes or no question. And when I'm teaching this to people, I'll often encourage, this is just, the most certain, the most basic, my name, like a statement, my name is Natalie, or is my name Natalie? Or you can do the opposite. Like I would say, my name is Madeline. Let's see. My name is Madeline. My name is Madeline. My name is Madeline. So you can see it went counterclockwise because my name is not Madeline. So then I know that a counterclockwise movement is going to be a negative, not an affirmative response. And so you can use this to, as you would with tarot, to get clarification. I like to use it in my practice to just get insight if something is, stressing me out or worrying me. Does it need to be on my radar, or do I need to be more concerned? I think we just get so convoluted in our minds, and this is a nice way to kind of straighten that out and to get a really intimate relationship going with your spirit guides. You can contact them directly, and using yes or no questions, get some really clear answers and understand a lot more about them. Make sure to set sacred space. If you have protection, grounding crystals, like right here I have some obsidian, just to make sure that your energy is present, and beginning by setting the intention that only benevolent and compassionate beings and allies of light can connect with you in this way. So dive in, have a good time. Try not to worry too much about the rules outside of keeping it stable. You'll find a grip that works best for you. Some people say you have to ask the question 3 times. You don't necessarily, but what I would say is give it time. You're not going to get a response immediately. Sometimes I've had to ask a question and wait a full minute for the answer for the pendulum to be affected by my energy. Give it space. So anyway, hope that was informative and helpful for you. Best of luck.